I detest the majority of large social occasions, like any introvert. Being a highly sensitive person with an INFJ personality type, the overstimulation, inane small conversation, plus the fact that I typically don't know many people at the gathering are enough to make me agitated to the point of complete breakdown. Sadly, introverts cannot always retreat to their homes and shut themselves off from the outside world. For reasons related to our families, our jobs, or something completely else, we sometimes have to attend certain events. And since we can't avoid them, we might as well try coping mechanisms. Here are 6 tips to help you cope with social situations. Although I'm sure they'll be useful to the majority of introverted personality types, being an INFJ and HSP myself, I've found them to be particularly relevant. I hope you find these suggestions helpful, whatever you are. 6 strategies for handling social events. 1. Hold a substance. There is nothing worse than clumsily shuffling from foot to foot while standing in a crowded place with your arms at your sides. A handbag can be a terrific accessory for women since it gives you somewhere to put your hand or something to dig around in if you don't know where to look. But a beverage would be even better. This video is sponsored by HelloFresh. With HelloFresh, you get fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit. You've got New Year's goals, and HelloFresh is here to help you achieve them. Skip the grocery store and take control of your time and budget with delicious recipes delivered right to your door. Fast and fresh recipes. HelloFresh's latest line of meals featuring robust flavors and filling portions are ready in less than 15 minutes. And among my personal favorite meals is seared steak and potatoes with béarnaise sauce. We all want to save money this time of year. But did you know that HelloFresh helps you save money all year round? In fact, HelloFresh is cheaper than grocery shopping and 25% cheaper than takeout. Click the link below to sample HelloFresh today and receive 21 free meals and free shipping. And use my coupon code POGHF64627. This method works even if there is no alcohol present. Food and beverages are typically available at social gatherings, and when you have a drink in your hand, you have both something to hold and something to do. You are permitted to sip from time to time. You don't seem uncomfortable. Drinking allows you to participate in the event, fit in with the crowd, avoid standing out, and keep you entertained. My default is to get a drink, because it provides me something completely natural to do that doesn't attract attention. It relieves pressure. I used to cross my arms over my chest, but this gives off a stern appearance and makes me feel incredibly insecure. Why don't you get that beverage or, much better, a platter of goodies that you can eat slowly? It may seem straightforward, yet when you're uncomfortable, a small gesture can make a big difference, as we introverts frequently do during social gatherings. 2. Create an occasion to look forward to. Your mind is undoubtedly working overtime considering whether to call in sick when you have a social function you know you have to attend but know it would be absolute hell. It is beneficial to plan your actions for after the occurrence. It provides you something to anticipate and enables you to direct your energy and attention toward that delightful activity rather than the upcoming social engagement. I don't necessarily mean you should indulge in a binge on junk food or go on a shopping binge. You are not required to spend money. Just immerse yourself in what you enjoy doing. Personally, I like to prepare ready for when I arrive home and can jump into bed and watch Netflix by setting out some comfortable clothes or pajamas, setting out my laptop, setting up the pillows and blankets on my bed, even getting the coffee mug ready. Maybe it's extreme to go so far as to set the scene, but it works for me. It makes the benefit apparent. It paints a picture for me of what I have to anticipate. It gives me hope when I'm huddled up against a wall during a party, surrounded by other people's feelings, and my head is pounding with loud music. Create the ideal setting. Install it figuratively. It's good to have a treat after surviving socializing when it's as draining and overwhelming as it is for us introverts and INFJs. 3. When speaking, probe about emotions. Asking about feelings is a simple strategy that may make any small chat conversation interesting. We INFJs are very insightful and intuitive, but more than that, we find it intriguing to observe other people's emotions and thought processes. In polite social settings where we are surrounded by strangers or acquaintances, it can be challenging for us to make the genuine connections that go beyond the surface. And INFJ's worst nightmare is being cornered and being forced to put on a smile. And now that the atmosphere has exhausted us, we're expected to indulge in idle chatter. INFJ pals, let's change that. We can concentrate on emotions throughout a conversation. People should be asked, so how did that change make you feel? Or, that had to be chaotic. What are you doing about that? So what are you doing this weekend? Doesn't have to be the only question we may ask. Are you still taking that vacation? Are you as fond of the weather as I am? Asking about emotions can help us get immediately into a meaningful discussion after which we can pay close attention to people's reactions. Do not concentrate on things that are happening right now. Pay attention to your thoughts, reactions, and emotions. That can quickly transform small discussion into a meaningful, deep conversation. For us INFJs, it also adds a lot of excitement to the dialogue. 4. When overstimulated, find another place to be. There is no guilt in escaping the activity bubble. I've been so overwhelmed by the emotions that weigh me down and the sounds and voices pouring from everywhere during social occasions that I've come dangerously close to crying in front of everyone. I was at my breaking point and just couldn't take it any longer. I wanted to cry, scream, and just catch my freaking breath. I'm lost when leaving is not an option. However, things don't have to be this way. Go outdoors to the yard if there is one. Take a moment to relax and enjoy some fresh air. Don't let anyone tell you that it's impolite. It isn't. You require this since you are an INFJ, an HSP, and an introvert. To yourself, you owe it. Take a brief moment to relax as you gather yourself and spend time alone with your thoughts. Make a mental inventory of yourself. I like to hide in the restroom for as long as I can if the lawn isn't an option. Sometimes it's the only area that's calm, and even just a few minutes alone, with nothing to do but close my eyes or spray some water on my face, may give me the energy I need. Make sure to obtain some alone time regardless of the social gathering. The distinction between an emotional breakdown and a composed, resigned demeanor could be crucial. 5. Carry out research. I will admit that I have utilized Google Maps to locate street images of some of the social events I have attended. It really does make a difference. I find that not knowing what to anticipate at social gatherings makes me fear them. I feel anxious because I can't control what will happen when I don't know what will happen. INFJs have a tendency to overanalyze every minute of every event, and I try to plan my motions as soon as I enter a room. Knowing what to anticipate gives me a sense of control, allowing me to take precautions to keep myself safe and make the event enjoyable. Before you go, do some research. If you've never gone to the location, do some research beforehand. Make a mental image of the structure or the surrounding area. It's helped me a lot because I feel more in control, and the experience is simpler when I know exactly where I'm heading. However, your research need not end when you go to the event. I personally like to locate the restrooms and exits as soon as I get there. Therefore, I give this a high priority as I enter the building. Once more, this provides me some control, which calms my anxiety. 6. Pick your social experiences or your battles. Yes, there are some social gatherings we can't avoid, but in some cases, we can and should. We must act as our mental health requires us to and pay attention to both our bodies and thoughts. Every now and then, it's important to trust our intuition, and as INFJs, we can usually do so. Say no occasionally. Allow yourself to feel good about saying no. Because every sound is loud, every touch is intrusive, and occasionally we can overthink and overanalyze to the point of feeling physically ill. There is no such thing as a little social event for us INFJs and HSPs. Friends who are INFJ and HSP, social activities don't have to control us. All we have to do is recognize what we'll need to get by, then arm ourselves. It all boils down to figuring out what makes social interactions pleasant and then having enough self-respect to ask for what we need.